Water CRM, cloud-based CRM software specifically designed for collection agencies, debt buyers, and sellers. Let's log in. You can see we are logged in as an administrator or a supervisor, and on the right-hand side we have our search, and on the left side we have our navigation. This video we're going to look at the buying section and the selling section of the system. On the left-hand side, let's go to Client and Buyers. Let's go down to the Buyers list and click on Buyers. When we click on Buyers, we can see a list of the current buyers that we have in the system. You can add, edit, and delete a buyer. We can see the company name, we can see their phone number, and we can see any purchases that they've made. Let's click Add a Buyer. I click on Add, and I can create a new company. So I'm going to call this Buyer Midwest, username, Buyer 3, password, Buyer 3. We can put the address, city, state, phone. We can put whatever state they're in. I hit submit and this will actually create the buyer. Hit the back button. And let's look at one of our current buyers. If I go to buy one, I'm going to hit on edit. And I can see all the relevant information for this particular buyer, as well as their username and password. If you notice right here, buy one username, you can no longer change. Once you create it, you must leave it. If you need to change the buyer name, you must delete the buyer and start from scratch. Let's hit the back button. So if we look at this column right here for purchases, I can actually go into the link, click on purchases, and see what they've purchased to date. So let's click on purchases for buy one. I click on purchases. When I do that, I can see a portfolio called Sale Test. The company that bought it was buy one. It was exported on November 6th. I can view this portfolio, and if for some reason I need to export it, I can export it. Let's click on View. Let's click on View. When I click on View, I can see the list of accounts that was sold in this portfolio. There were 3 accounts. I can see all the information that was available in the system, and that was sent over to this particular buyer. If I hit Export, it will actually create a CSV file if I needed to resend it. I'm going to go back one page. If I want, I can click here, click on Export, and I can actually re-export this file. Here's the CSV list, and I can actually open it up, show you the CSV, and these are all of the information that was sent to them. Now, where it's blank for these particular accounts or the SSN and so on, these are blank because the information was not in the system. If it was, that would have been included with this. Now, we're going to look at the query accounts, which you're going to see this in several of the videos. Let's click on Select Query. I click on Select Query. I'm going to go in and I'm going to choose a client and a portfolio. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sell some accounts. So I go here, I can see my choices. I'm going to go to Sale. I hit Sale. I hit Submit. When I hit Submit, it's querying the system. It's pulling the accounts out that meet the criteria of the client and the portfolios that I've chosen. Now we see the return from our request for this particular sale file. We can see that there are 23 good records in it and a dollar amount of $68,000. Now below that, we can see a number of reasons why these accounts should not be sold. So you can see one is a bankruptcy. There are 6 that are closed. There are a number that are DNC. You have paid in fulls, you have SIFs, and you have ones that are sold. So this gives you the ability to see what's going on with each of the accounts and decide if you want to override. So right now it's saying 23 records meet the criteria for a clean sale. However, if you are going to sell post dates, or you wanted to sell PIFs, or you wanted to sell any of the DNC stuff, you could do that, and you can simply go over here, hit override, and that will allow you to override that particular failsafe and be able to submit it to the sale file. But we're going to leave these alone because these shouldn't be sent in a sale file. I'm going to hit Submit. On this page, we can see the sale accounts that have been pulled, and we can pick and choose which ones we want to sell. So let's just choose a couple. We'll choose 10 of them. Scroll down to the bottom. I hit Name Portfolio. You can see right here, we have a number of different ways to actually sell this account. We have a number of 8 accounts in this particular portfolio that we've chosen. I can import this or insert this into a single sale file, multiple sale files. I can add it to existing sale files or add accounts to multiple sale files. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to put it into multiple sale files. When I do that, you can see I get a drop-down menu with how many I can actually separate this across, and I can do up to 8 sale files off of this. I've pre-named it. I have sale file 1 and sale file 2. I can distribute these either evenly or by a specific number per each sale file. So in theory, I have 8 accounts that are available to be exported. If I wanted, I could say, hey, listen, put 2 into this portfolio sale file, put 6 into the other one, if you wanted to do that. I can also separate it by principal balance and time zone. I'm going to leave the defaults the way it is right now. I'm going to hit submit. When I hit submit, I get a summary. There's sale file 1 with 4 accounts, sale file 2 based on 4 accounts, and you can see that this was distributed based on principal balance. I hit submit. You can see right here that the portfolio was created successfully. I click OK, and we can see the 2 sale files that we created. Right here, sale 1 and sale 2. I have the ability to delete them, or mask them, or sell them. Now, this particular link is the exact link from Sell Mask Portfolio. Let's click on that. And you can see same thing, but that was generated from the select query. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click Mask Export. You can see right here I get a link to CSV list. Click Open. And you can see right here that this file has been masked. There's X's in all of the key areas. The key is in the last name. Social security number is blanked out. And it only answers yes or no if a home phone or work phone exists. It does give you the principal balance, but it takes all of the information out for you so that you can send the file out, have people review it, then decide and negotiate a fee. Click X and get out of this. I'm not going to save it. Go back to Sell Mask Portfolio. I'm going to go right over here and let's sell that file now. I click on Sell. It's telling you by clicking OK, it cannot be undone. Click OK. And now I can assign it to which buyer I would like to get this. I'm going to click Buyer 1. I hit Submit. And this has now been sold to that particular person. Now remember, before it was masked. Now I'm going to click this. Click Open. And now you can see all of the X's have been removed, and this can now be sent through a secure FTP or secure email to your buyer. In this video, we learned about the buying section of the Blue Water CRM system. You learned how to set up buyers, you learned how to view mask files, you learned how to take a mask file and turn it into a sales file. You learned how to use the select query tool that would allow you to go in, pull a number of accounts, and put them into mask status. You also learned how to take a mask file, put it into a sales file, and then assign it to a particular buyer. And then that buyer's information can be reviewed and held for the longevity of the system so you can see what the purchasing patterns were. And if they lost files, you can resend it and manage everything that goes on with that buyer. Thank you for watching this video. Each video is designed to give you an in-depth overview of every single component of the system. My goal is to make you a Blue Water CRM expert. Thank you for watching.